Good morning.
Sunday coming next week in our devotion and our commitment to Hope, I was asked to give a little background of our life here at Hope. My wife Brenda and I became members of Hope about 30 years ago. We were invited by a colleague at her school as we were searching for a church to attend. Brenda and I did not have a church upbringing. She would attend Lutheran church with her family on the occasional holiday service, and I would attend a Baptist church with my grandparents every once in a while. In our mind, we wanted to make sure our kids were baptized so they would be welcomed by God. As it turns out, I was baptized right here at Hope with our boys. After our baptism, we would attend occasionally and put some money in the basket, but we weren't truly members of this Hope family. About 20 years ago, we suffered a tragic loss as my mother and Brenda's father passed away within 24 hours of each other. Our family was devastated. We became surrounded by and supported by close friends who had a stronger church background than we did. The pastors here reached out and helped us process what we were going through. It was a long process, but along the way, we sought more through our faith and started attending church more regularly. Our kids attended Sunday school, and all three, Brandon, Colin, and Allie, completed disciples in training or were confirmed here at Hope. Through the years, we have been involved in many aspects of the church. We've helped with Night in Bethlehem, the famous goat pen. We have helped with the outside fall cleanup of the church grounds, book club. The boys and I went on a mission trip to Orange, Texas for hurricane relief. Al and I went on a medical mission to Haiti. I've been on a lift right here and helped Mike install those big bright lights that you see up in the church. That was interesting. We had to take apart all the piers, move them back, bring a lift through the front door to get up there to the lights. I've spent many Saturday mornings working with other members at the Salem House near downtown. Salem House was a dream of the leadership of both churches, and this 10-year project has been interesting and educational. The best time was our largest demolition day. We had people on every floor and in the basement tearing out walls, studs, lath and plaster, and the old furnace and hot water tank from the basement. That was the day I met Stan, and if any of you have 3 hours to spare, you could sit down and have a nice conversation with Stan. His background in North Toledo is quite different than my growing up in Sylvania, so it was very interesting to have some time. We did get some things accomplished. We were busy. John was in the basement, so not to be politically incorrect, but that's an old, dusty, 100-year-old house. John looked more like Stan when he came out of that basement than like me. Working alongside with many members here, we are showing generosity to Pastor Mike and his members, and we will see this project through. I just didn't know it was going to be a lifelong commitment. Right, Roger? Sorry about that. It was a dirty and hot day, but the smiles on the faces at the end of the day were memorable, and we always have a great lunch with Mona. Brendan and I both spent a few weekends in this church on men's and women's retreat weekends. All of this involvement not only deepened our faith as we helped others, but it also helped us to get to know the other members much better. COVID has affected many churches and the way people attend church. Being remote was nice to stay connected to our church, but since the end of COVID, it has been somewhat of a crutch. I admit I am guilty of this. After a long week, it was easier to sit at my desk or on the couch and be a part of the church service by watching it on the iPad or computer. However, it's not the same as being in this building and feeling the love of you in this place. I promise to do better going forward. Our mission is to live out servant love and show hospitality. We do that through our resources, physically helping others through our body, and financially by donating funds to purchase needed items and fund operations. I've been a member of the property committee, and it takes a lot to take care of this building and the grounds. As an example, for years, we were able to gather 20 to 30 volunteers on a couple of Saturdays in the fall and remove leaves and clean out the flower beds and the gutters. Because of people's schedules, we are unable to get that kind of commitment, and we must spend several $1,000s to pay a service to get that done to keep the church looking good. We also open up the church facility to our community in support of our mission to show hospitality. A Night in Bethlehem has been a huge community success, and the weekly AA meeting in Larson Hall is one of the largest in the city. Our donations also go beyond these walls and support many activities, including Backpacks World Orchard, Salem Lutheran Church in North Toledo, and several others. When my father passed away a couple months ago, this Hope family was there to support us. Pastor Kevin was wonderful in helping us navigate through the process, and Mona and her incredible team served us with a beautiful luncheon after the service. I walked into the kitchen as we were cleaning up and witnessed this incredible team of servants of this Hope community. Mona, Roger, Jack, Sarah, Nita, Scotty, Alan, Andy, Forrest, Scruppy, Ingrid, several others were all there selflessly helping and working their tails off to comfort others. That is a huge example of Jesus Christ, and that is what hope means to our family. So look within your heart and ask, what is God asking you to give to support our mission here? Trust me, God gives back more than you can imagine. Although we'll be out of town next week or next Sunday, our commitment card is already here in the church office. We have been blessed, and through our happiness and at times in pain, we try to make small increases most every year. Everything that is important to us requires our physical and financial support, our families, our homes, and our church. Thank you.